Want you to know if I could fly, I'd up and take you into the light and show you who I am. Oh shit, we're locked in. All right. Yellow world. What's going on? It's Undivested Virgin Live Reactions. And this here's a doozy, man. I mean, this one, you just gotta shake your head to it, you know. This is crazy. But it goes back to what's being proven and being said all the time. The world's biggest hypocrite. Now, you would think if you have a group of women that, oh, and they keep asking the question. I mean, you could tell them 1,000 times and they'll ask you over and over again, oh, why y'all older men go after those younger girls? Or like a gang of reasons. I mean, but you ain't gonna listen to either one of them. Even if we tell you, you're gonna X that out and give your own explanation. But what they really be doing when they try to downplay it or try to make you a pedo, or when they try to say, oh, you just trying to manipulate and use, everything they running down to you about why you after a young girl is the same reasons and things that they do when they're after one and when they get one. You see what I'm saying? It's what you about to witness today. We about to go through it. I save this typically for us to watch together. You see what I'm saying? But it's one and the same. It's one and the same. The woman sit there and she criticize you and she throw darts at you, but every dart she throwing is really coming from her heart, her mind, and her soul, because it's who she is. Literally, everything she criticized you for, she does. I tell you what, the next time she criticizing you about a man doing this to a woman, a young girl, or why you go overseas, same thing they did the passport, bro. Same thing. Come to find out when she go over there, the bitch girls trips is just as whorish as any whorehouse. That goddamn what's that lady name that they praise? Damn, what's that lady name? It'll come to me. She's a black woman that Maya Angelou have seen. You know, any whorehouse allegedly that Maya Angelou have seen filled with white men. I mean, they do even worse. You see what I'm saying? But they will throw these darts at you. But the reason why a lot of where that comes from is because that's who they are. And we're about to witness that today. We're about to witness them being with the young girls, whether that be the preference. You know, they get on you about the preference. Oh, y'all say that's the preference. They the pretty light-skinned girl with the curly hair, or the pretty mixed chicks with the natural hair, or just a bright, beautiful woman. They criticize you about it all, but then they'll lick the skin off her clitoris head, as well as suck the skin off his penis, the male version of that preference. It's because you got the woman, and then you got the male version that look just like her, but they love him to death and chase him down. Genuine ain't never had no problems. Huh? What about when Jason lyrics came out? Y'all all remember Jason with the curly hair, light-skinned dude, huh? How many of them was crazy about old Jason? And again, I believe I mentioned this before, but I'm gonna mention it again. Remember when Tupac was in the movie Juice? The light-skinned red dude with the curly hair was really the star, but Pac just stole the show. See what I'm saying? And they put those guys in the leading roles in that time. Why? Because that's what women want to see. That's not true. Shut up, you lying dog. I was there. I seen it. Not only that, but if it was not so, then why did the saying go, oh, red dudes ain't in style no more? Insisting there was a time when they was, and that's the time I'm talking about, and they still is. A light-skinned man ain't never had no problem getting his wiener blowed away today, as well as those times, just like now. Just like any white man. He ain't never had a problem neither. And he even more popular with you today than any other time. I know I'm ranting, but I'm going somewhere with it, damn it. So this is what I'm talking about today. I had to get this. I say we got to do this, because the hypocrite is on front and center now. We got to do this, and we're going to get into it today, man. We just just a hypocrite good news. And everything she said about you, brothers, you about to see this thing do it in real time. Everything she said about you, all the criticism, all the and y'all chase them young girls to manipulate them and to use them. And young girls, do not let that man make him buy you a house so that she can make the young girl just as despicable as the older one, so you don't want nothing to do with her either, so they'll be in the same boat and she'll have more vaginas to lick on. Somebody talk black to me. But I ain't gonna hold you too long. We got to get this. We're gonna check this out together. Let's get into it.
The first shot was when the door was closed. The second shot was when the door was open and the shot been made and she fell down to the ground.
Is there children there?
Yes, there's two.
Where's the other one? There should have been 3. They were just out there.
So one is at school. The other one is upstairs.
Right. Now, before we go any further, well, I believe the lady is about to get into it now, but this is an older black woman who, from what we understand, married a younger black girl and ended up taking her life. You know, which marriage is holy matrimony. So I don't understand what they think they're doing there, married. But anyway, so it's an older black woman, you know, the ones that always criticizing y'all for chasing younger women, as if somebody want to work hard and then go buy an old one that done slurped and freaked everybody in the damn community and save her. No, we don't do that. But anyway, it's one of those that married a younger woman and allegedly shot her to death. Let's get back into it.
Radio traffic between dispatchers and police made it sound as if they knew of the suspect and victim before the incident this morning. It sounds like they both knew each other. I spoke with a neighbor who says she's lived in this condo complex since 2017 and never witnessed anything like this.
All my neighbors are just peaceful. Everybody, you know, nobody argues or anything. So like it's just shocking because nothing happened over here. Nothing. So it's crazy.
All right, let's get to it, man. The hypocrisy is real.
Just after 7 in the morning on November 18th, Springfield Township Police responded to the 2100 block of Lincoln Avenue following reports of a shooting. When officers arrived at the scene, they discovered an unresponsive adult female lying outside the front of a home.
Talk about it.
Stephen, neighbors tell me this is a usually quiet condo community. A deadly shooting is not typical activity in this part of Springfield Township. That is why neighbors say they were absolutely shocked to find out that a woman was shot and killed essentially right in their backyard. Police were called to this part of Lincoln Avenue in Springfield Township around 7 this morning for reports of a shooting. When officers arrived on scene, Springfield Township PD found a woman who was shot and killed. The coroner was on scene late this morning and then left a little while ago. There is still an active police presence in this section of this complex, and detectives have been going in and out of this condo collecting evidence. I want you to take a listen to the moments police were dispatched to this home this morning.
First Township's on scene, 2179 Lincoln Avenue, for what appears to be maybe a felonious assault shooting. Just arriving.
And police have not released information regarding a suspect or if anyone has been arrested in this case. They also have not released the name of the woman who was killed or her age.
The victim in the tragic incident was identified as 33-year-old Lucretia Black,
Tenderoni,
who was sadly pronounced dead at the scene after suffering multiple gunshot wounds. Authorities quickly identified the suspect as Lucretia's wife, 42-year-old Taria Brown, who had married Lucretia in December 2023.
Well, I guess, 42, 33. I guess she waited till she had a little age on her, but still a, pretty fairly separation now. Pretty fairly.
After the shooting, Brown fled the scene in a dark-colored 2014 Chevrolet Cruze, speeding away before first responders arrived. Law enforcement agencies were alerted with details about the suspect and the vehicle. A couple of hours after the shooting, officers spotted Brown driving the Chevrolet in Clinton County and attempted to pull her over. Brown failed to stop, and a high-speed pursuit ensued. The chase continued until Brown exited the interstate and came to a stop on a county road near State Route 28. It was during this final stop that Springfield Township Police reported hearing gunfire from Brown's vehicle, followed by shots fired by the pursuing officers. Tragically, Brown was pronounced dead after the exchange of gunfire.
Now, I want to say this, right? Look at this face. Look at the old one face. Look at the Grinch right here and the young gal. How do you think she probably came into her life? You know what I'm saying? You think she came talking about, hey, baby, what's up? Or do you think she came acting like a mentor, some type of friend, a mother of the church? You know what I'm saying? because they be trying to manipulate these young girls. That's what they want to manipulate them because they is young, and a real woman is gonna need more. She's gonna require more things. You see what I'm saying? But how you think she came in the picture? Came in there like a friend, maybe an auntie, and went out with her one night, gave her a couple of drinks, and then woke her up with her head between her laps, with her head between her thighs. You know how they do. It's very easy. It's like serpents. I mean, and they're very subtle with it, yeah, very subtle. But this will be the main one talking about be careful for these men out here, ladies, and domestic violence. And don't they do, I mean, right? The main ones talking and everyday fighting. Like I said, if you got a Twitter account, you see it. I mean, even just look at they just dropped something the other day with young girls that are sleepover. I'm talking they been battling like goddamn the gladiators. You see? But they want to do all this talking. We got to put it out there. Now I'm telling you, it's time that we either gonna make the image neck to neck or we gonna clear it up. And I mean it now. Get to it.
Fortunately, no troopers were injured in the incident. The Indiana State Police confirmed that the situation began on the interstate and ended near a gas station at the State Road 28 exit. At least one shot was fired during the exchange, but investigators are still working to determine who fired the initial shot. It remains unclear whether Brown was struck by police gunfire. Police also reported that a gun was found in the car, and at least one shot was fired from Brown's vehicle as well as from the troopers. The number of officers who fired their weapons, as well as the exact number of shots fired, has not been disclosed. Following the gunfire, Indiana State Police's SWAT unit approached the vehicle using an armored vehicle. Upon approaching the car, they found Brown deceased inside, and no further injuries were reported. The Indiana State Police's Criminal Investigation Division is currently leading an investigation into the shooting as they continue to piece together the details of the tragic series of events. A Facebook post made by a close friend of Lucretia provided a bit more insight as to what may have caused everything to go left. She stated, "I don't know why people are sharing them together, like she didn't just kill my friend. My friend didn't want to be with her anymore. She is a coward. You killed yourself because you couldn't have your way. She was old and controlling, a true female narcissist. My friend was on the phone begging for her life, and she still took it. They did not live together. There is no excuse why you went to her house and uncooked her car battery so that she couldn't leave and took her life."
Whoo, ladies, be careful. These men, ladies, I keep trying to tell y'all. These men are crazy, and it is unhinged, ladies. Ooh, that's why we need to form a sisterhood, a pact or something, other than getting together with tarot cards and casting spells on these Negroes. Woo! I keep saying this. Y'all ladies got to listen. These men is dangerous. Oh, this ain't about a man? Oh, damn. All right. My bad. Let's keep going.
"This is not fair." Another post read, "To wake up and see you're no longer here baffles me. It's never okay to take a life, and you didn't deserve that no matter what the circumstances were. To lose your life to your own partner, your wife, is what makes it even more hurtful. Friend, this wasn't supposed to happen to you at all. You both lost y'all life due to domestic problems. She didn't have to shoot you. That was the cowardly thing to do." Neighbors were deeply shaken by the events, especially since their normally quiet neighborhood was not accustomed to such incidents. One was informed by others that a bullet hole had been found.
Sent that girl to hell for eternity for nothing.
On her window.
I mean,
she described the morning as traumatizing, with police and
that go for everybody. If you living like you want to live, doing what you want to do, you can't expect to go to to a better place. You're going to a worse one. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, allegedly.
Crime tape outside her home and her neighbor's lifeless body nearby. She expressed gratitude that she was in the back of her house, where her grandchildren usually play, as the situation could have been far worse.
They knocked on the door and told me that it was a bullet hole in my window.
A traumatizing Monday morning. Linda Sales says she looked outside of her Springfield Township apartment.
I know some niggas that are still hit it.
To see police officers and crime tape, then realized someone shot and killed her neighbor, Lucretia Black, just feet from her door, and one of those bullets hit her back window.
It's so blessed and lucky that I was sleeping, that I was in the back. I'm so thankful that my grandkids wasn't here, because that's the area where they play, eat, and spend their time.
Minutes earlier.
911, do you have an emergency?
Yes, someone's dead.
A 911 call from a man who was with Black.
Who is this person to you? A friend?
She's like a caretaker to me.
At the time, the man who called wasn't sure who shot her.
Okay. Do you know of her? Like, have you seen her before, or was she just a stranger?
I saw her a couple of times.
We found out through Hamilton County court records, Lucretia Black and the suspect 42-year-old Terea Brown were married. One friend of Black described their relationship to WCPO 9 News as on again, off again, and the two would fight often. About 2.5 hours later after the fatal shooting...
Wait a minute! Not domestic violence! No, I know damn well. Put his beating on women. He beat women. Ooh, he beat women. Ooh, he like to argue with women. Just don't nobody fight women and beat women more than you do. You're not real, though. Hey, listen, they even got the statistics with that, too, from what I understand. Come on, man.
Springfield Township, another shooting. This time between Brown and Indiana State Police on I-65 in Clinton County. ISP said troopers tried to stop Brown on the interstate, but said she never stopped. And during the chase, fired shots.
Tried to put the nigga out on the interstate. Get out! Cracker pulled the nigga, went to talking crazy.
Said troopers from her car. Troopers shot back at her. SWAT was also called and discovered Brown dead in her car.
Indiana State Police said they recovered a gun from Brown's car, but they didn't make it clear if she died from gunshots by state troopers. I reached out to Brown's family, but I haven't heard back from them.
This all started as a traffic stop on I-65 and then ended right here at this Amoco gas station. I'm going to step out of the way because while we've been here for several hours, there's still a pretty large scene behind me here. As you can see behind me, just this large scene on the side of the gas station. The gas station has been up and running for the last few hours. I'll tell you, a lot of their focus has been behind that white truck. There is a black Chevy Cruze behind that truck. That's where a lot of the focus of this investigation has been. You can't see it again because that truck is in front of it. But I do want to show you video from when we first got here around noon this afternoon. Multiple agencies shut down this gas station as well as traffic in the area for hours during their investigation that opened up within the last couple of hours. And it's still early on, but what we know so far is that this all started, like I mentioned, as a traffic stop on I-65 just before 11 o'clock this morning. State police tell us troopers chased the suspect to this area behind the gas station, and at some point the suspect and troopers exchanged gunfire. It is still unclear who fired their gun first. The suspect was later pronounced dead. And while we were out here, we saw several agencies and SWAT vehicles assisting state police in this investigation.
The lesson in this story highlights the dangers of unresolved emotional pain and the devastating consequences that can arise from an inability to cope with relationship struggles. It emphasizes the importance of seeking help and support when experiencing emotional distress or the end of a relationship. In this case, the tragic outcome serves as a reminder that when emotions are left unchecked or suppressed, they can lead to harmful decisions that affect not only those directly involved, but also the broader community.
No. Why you wasn't saying what y'all usually say? Ladies, get out. And if you need help, you need to contact somebody. Ladies, be safe out there. Don't be, say something, see something, say something. All that emotion is running high. And sometimes things get suppressed. And we need to sit down and pray and ask God, why, Lord? No. I don't want to hear none of that. Well, why is it that this thing wasn't as horrible as any man in domestic violence? Like, no, I don't want to hear, emotions run high and the valley is deep and they flow low. No. We don't need goddamn Valentine's Day cards when we talk about it now. I want to hear the same aggression y'all have when it's a penis involved. I want to hear that type of talk, pick a white man, ladies, we need to expand our options. I want that when you're punching each other in the eye. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, my whole thing is this, right? So both of these people, I mean, out of respect for the family, but y'all can go ahead and take them wings off that casket, though. I'm just saying, ain't no way, and that goes for everybody. Everybody got to do what that Bible say, or you gonna pay what you weigh, right? And you're not gonna be running around and do what you want, and then go to a better place. Like, how does that even? That don't even. Listen. We was born in this world, and this shit is horrible. You got motherfuckers ready to leave here. by somebody else's hand or by their own hand, and you think you gonna do what you want, live how you want to do, and go to a better place? You didn't come to one. But anyway, yeah. So you sent her to the devil, and you went also. I mean, I'm telling you, man. Let this be a lesson, dog. It's better to just, if a person want to leave you, to really just let them go. I know it. I know it hurt. Oh, I know. Oh, listen, broke your heart. That's for another. Let me. I don't want to. Anyway, but even if it hurt, it may hurt. I don't even. I'm to a point right now, man. I can't even see falling in love with one of these damn things, especially in this country. But if you do, you do at your own peril and at your own risk. But man, it's best to let it go. Cause say you kill that person and then you off yourself. You think you're going to a better place? Man, you rather go to. It's best you go to prison for life. Cause once you go to that other place, it ain't no coming back. That's forever. That's eternity. And these people, like, man, they gonna put wings. They gonna, oh Lord, and the lying preacher gonna say, I see her somewhere up there. Next to, no, you a liar. You all you see is sun, in sky. You ain't seeing that, because ain't nobody. There's no way you can live like a fool and then right here's the test, man. You in what they call it? They call it purgatory or something like that, where you in between heaven and hell. This is in between heaven and hell. Earth is you in between. You in purgatory right now. You between heaven and hell right now. So what you do will determine where you go. You see what I'm saying? And it's just sad, because that's forever where they at now. That's forever, and it is, and that goes for everybody. That goes for me too. You got to do it. You got to do what the Bible say. Because you're talking about death. You gone, man. It's over. Wherever you at now, God help you.
Additionally, the incident underscores the importance of conflict resolution, communication, and finding healthier ways to handle personal struggles. The exchange of gunfire and the subsequent loss of life also point to the critical need for improved mental health resources and interventions, particularly in situations involving domestic conflict. The story serves as a stark reminder of how violence should never be.
These women can murder their own kids, and you will find a group of them that make a excuse for that. Like they'll, why don't I want to hear the same harsh words y'all use when it's the other way around. I want to hear the same, filibusters, if you will, when y'all, is on Front Street for doing the same crimes. But you won't hear that. You won't hear. You gonna hear all of this. Oh, we need more doctors and therapists out there.
Be the answer to emotional pain or relational turmoil. Rest in peace, Lucretia Black.
You don't say. Rest in peace, Lucretia Black. Now, I didn't know both of them when I first, like I said, we just watched that together. I didn't know that the people had the suspect was taken out. From what I understand, from what this clip just gathered. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Be careful, ladies. Everybody be careful, man. Hey, look, the devil can get into anybody. Ain't nobody innocent. The Bible say, God say he come to break women and men in pieces. Why? Because both of them are guilty. They mention the little child, because the little child innocent. That's the only thing that you with your hand on a woman. You was arguing with a woman. Who the hell is you? You gonna die and go to hell like everybody else. You don't do. Who the hell are you? Oh, you was arguing with a female. Hell, give a damn, nigga. Like who is you? Excuse my language, y'all. Like I mean, you just turn around like what? Bitch, hell, you supposed to be. You just as much of a lying dog as anybody. The conniver, goddamn thief. Can't be trusted. Pregnant with somebody else's baby, telling the man is his. Like if you don't get you don't sit down somewhere. And that's one thing I respect about God, though. God got no respect to person. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't get to die and use that excuse. He was a man, Lord. He good. Bitch, already, you got to pay just like I got to pay. And that's what I respect about God. I actually really respect that about God. Like, she don't get to use the same excuses she get to use on earth. And with Joe Biden and his administration, all these other morons. You know what I'm saying? When they know she's just as much of a liar as anybody, they got them working with them. They damn camp. But it's one of those things, man. I just wanted to point out the hypocrisy, because that's what they do. They lied on passport, bros, like the same way tried to get the kid Austin Holloman killed a couple years ago when he was in Brazil, lying, and would have rejoiced like they did during the death of Kevin Samuels and Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant ain't do nothing to him. His wife wasn't black. Y'all ain't feel that way about Kamala and her husband. I'm just saying. But anyway, just wanted to point out the hypocrisy. There it is, and there you have it. Like I said, I didn't know both of them was taken out, but yeah, done sent that girl to a place she could never come back from. And that's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? That's the thing you gotta, like I said, man, fellas, if you ever find yourself in a situation, and this go for me too, and everybody that's listening, man, just walk away from it, get out of it, you know, and we gotta be very strategic about who we marry. I don't think we can really I don't know, man. You gotta really travel the world and try to find the best wife out there. And I preferably, I think virgin would be better, give you more of a chance, because she gotta know that it ain't no remarrying divorce with God. It ain't no remarrying and divorce with God. If you wanted to come in that time, you should have came thousands of years ago. You know, when it was allowed. You know, God said Moses allowed it, but see, when Jesus Christ came back, he laid everything straight. He said when he come back this time, he coming for a church without spot or wrinkle. So what the path he laid to be made on his return, that's what he coming back looking for. So there ain't no remarrying and divorce no more. That was then. You know, God say he hate divorce. You go check it out yourself. It's in there. I ain't telling you what I think, telling you what I know. So the woman got to understand that it ain't no divorcing. You know what I mean? Like once you marry, you got it to death do your part, man. You know, so you got to make sure you pick the best wife, the more suitable woman that understands that. And then I say, like I said, preferably a virgin for you brothers, man, because that's listen, nothing is set in stone, but you give yourself the best chance. Just because you might survive without a wetsuit, that don't mean you don't put one on. Some fools say that don't mean you go. Shut up. So what? You just put it on. That way you protect yourself. You give yourself an extra layer of protection, and that's what it is. It get you better off. At least she ain't comparing you to nobody else. You don't want to get out here and marry one of these things that done licked on vaginas and had orgies. I don't know, man. But again, I just wanted to point out the hypocrisy. There it is. Sad, but true. Yeah, man. So y'all be easy. I'll be back with another one. This is Undivested Virgin Live Reactions. Reacting. Easy.